actually wanna talk about you being such an innovative person, like even in the craft of DJing. Like, let's speak on the your evolution of DJing. Like, you said that you've never really been into scratching. Explain that.
Scratching don't pay the bills. That's one thing, and that may be for me. There's worldwide famous scratchers out here. That's fine, Danny. But scratching just never paid my bills. Like, it just never did nothing for me. I can mix like crazy, but I learned DJ on YouTube. Nobody want to teach me. Nobody want to show me. I asked all the main DJs at that time, like, man, show me, teach me, boom, boom. Nobody really had time, and I never understood why they ain't had time until now, because now I don't have time. So I get it now when people ask me, like, man, tutor me. I'm like, I got a kid, this, I ain't got time. So I get it. So I just try to create all lanes. Like, I'm already well known. Let me just start doing mixtapes. Let me start doing these platforms. Let me start doing this. So I'm just not sitting on one platform with my feet like this. I got this one. I can step to the left. I can step to the left, step to the left, step to the left, and it all fall back onto the main platform. So mixtapes was one of my biggest platforms, from the Pay Attention series I did to the Doughboy mixtape, and that was really a bunch of old songs. I was mad at them because they gave me a bunch of old songs that was already out, but I just freaked them bitches my way. You know what I'm saying? To the Vez mixtape, Zero Below. This was like before people even. That's when he was like Young Vez. You know what I'm saying? So the mixtape platform for me was just amazing. To the Dusty, the Buffies and Benihana's. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like my first major release mixtape. That was like majorly released, and that's when live mixtapes, Dat Piff, just before my mixtapes, all that shit was popping.
And you were actually the first DJ in this region on live mixtapes, correct? Mm-hmm. Right.
Facts. That's crazy. I don't even remember that shit. That shit crazy.
so kind of, well, let's speak on that. Kind of speak on how you seen music change, especially in Detroit, when you kind of got the opportunity to be on these platforms.
I just seen niggas start turning up. Niggas start believing more. I don't think before it was believable to make it, and that's only because of the beef from past generations, from the DJs from past generations, and no shots fired toward them, but they just never took a step out on faith. You know what I'm saying? They was just by the book. I don't know if they was scared or what. You know what I'm saying? So to watch what's happening now, like, I wish I was young again, because there was certain things that happened inside my career that may not have altered me, but it altered my career. You know what I'm saying? And that was like with the Doughboys and Team Eastside. Like, cause I was on like both sides. Like, I was Vez DJ at one time, and I was still a Doughboy. You know what I'm saying? And always cool with the East Side, always cool with the West Side. I'm not picking no sides, bro. Like, that's not for me to do. So, but that was one of the things in my career that halted mine, because I'm at certain events. You can't play no East Side music. I'm at certain events where I can't play no West Side music. And it's like, nigga, why? I was one of the DJs like, nigga, why? Like, still good music. Why? So to see now the platforms, and it was the beef thing too. I feel like it resonated down to make it okay to beef. Like, from, you know what I'm saying, you had Street Lords here, then Eastside Cheddar Boys, whatever, this and that, and of us growing up, we knew that it was like beefing just because of the Blade stuff. Blade died, and then it resonated down again to the West and the East, and then it resonated down again to when Band Gang was beefing with these people, and now to the new generation, they think it's okay to beef. So now when they seen Peasy and Pay link up, they're like, oh shit, nah, it's okay. Nah, it's okay. So that's why I look at them as the pioneers and the goats, because that took a lot to put that shit behind them and like, hey, let's get some money. You know what I'm saying? And I let the young niggas know now, like, nigga, we don't gotta beef, nigga, let's just fucking get some money.
So right, I actually wanna speak on what you were saying, like, about like just Detroit being
My
that
bad
type
if I'm
of
going
city.
too deep too.
No.
Saying too much, just cut me off.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But I want to speak on the Detroit versus Detroit concept. You know, right now it's more unified than ever. So shout out to the city. But at one point, like you said, it was a lot of a lot of beefs and a lot of disconnection going on. You feel me when it came to the city, and you actually had a situation to where you had a situation with a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you had a one time you were coming home and it was like a shooting and it ended up being a DJ. Can you speak on that?
Yeah, so this is actually when I'm gonna tell you the full story. This is when Shorty had went to 106 in Park. So as a brother supposed to do, once the nigga get on, he gonna bring his brother on. You know what I'm saying? So we had actually flew out there. Well, I flew out there Wednesday to film it, and I had flew back Friday. But the station made it sound like I'm still in New York because it was filmed. So I'm really at the house watching the shit on that Friday. So my parents threw me a whole little watch party while I'm on TV. And the station made it sound like BJ's in New York. He's flying back to do the live broadcast tonight. So make sure you in the club. The club banging that night. Because everybody like, nigga, you just fresh back from New York. That's when 106 Park was big. You know what I'm saying? So I leave the club with my homegirl. We driving back home. I'm about to go to the studio, but I ain't got my studio key. So I pulled to my brother's house. And what I do? I pull like on the opposite side of the street. So I get out, knocking on the door to my brother give me the studio key. So I go to the studio and I see a car pull up. And the dude hopped out the driver backside. And I'm like, and I'm thinking it's one of my homeboys from the club, or you know how you ain't drunk, but it was your day. You like, nigga, like you just feeling good. So I'm like, yo, what up? Yo, who that? Nigga just standing there, just look at me. So next thing I know, I just seen a flash. Wah. I see the glass shatter behind me. I run around the side of the house, hop the gate, ran down the yard, hopped on the deck, hopped onto the roof, and threw myself through my brother's window. So at this time too, my brother come downstairs and he pulled the door open. As soon as he pulled the door open, all the glass fly in because the glass had just broke. So he run upstairs, grab his K, and at this time too, my homegirl still sitting in the car. So the nigga trying to bust her in the car, but he had like a little chrome 2.2 jam. So my brother come outside with the K, just letting that bitch off. My homegirl running the house, he letting that bitch off. Wow. I run down the steps, my leg gushed open, so I'm thinking I'm shot. I'm telling my brother like, T, I'm shot. So I guess they put a proposition together like, nigga, they smoked my ass. He next up. And that's just flat out how that shit went down. So ever since then, that's why people think he funny acting, he don't really talk too much. No, nigga, I'm just 100% cautious at all times, man. Like I don't know if nigga gonna shake my hand and they gonna film it, and they gonna stab me, and they gonna try to bust me. Even if you into something or you not, niggas just jealous, you know what I'm saying? That's why I just move how I move. Like, I just really don't fuck with niggas. I don't really fuck with people like that, you know what I'm saying? Right. After that situation, that shit kind of spooked me for life.
Mm-hmm. Right, so, yeah, speak on, like, how that changed, like, the way you did business, like, around that time, like, your price shot up, and, like you said, a lot of people, like, they thought it was just because, you know, you was feeling yourself, and you had a certain status, but yeah, really knowing you and knowing your story, you know that kind of, you know, that coincided with, you know, you had to move different, you had to do business different. So could you kind of explain that?
Yeah, my price went sky high after that. It was crazy is the station actually gave me security. I had security with the station for like a year and a half, 2 years. So every club I did with the station, they kept 2 armed bodyguards with me in black suits. Shit felt lit. And then for all my private bookings, like I said, my regular price of $350, $400, the shit kind of doubled. Cause now I gotta pay somebody to come with me, who my man's, and I gotta pay a security guard too. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not about to do all that and walk out of this bitch with $40. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm in Detroit, like either y'all gonna pay or I'm just gonna stay the fuck at home. So, and I had my run to that. Like it was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like. I think I never bought my first house off that shit. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? But, and now it's back down to low. Like, now you know what I'm saying? Like, cause, I mean, overall time, I had my hype time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not at that point in my career right now where I'm trying to blow anymore. I had my hype time where it was fun. It was this. You know, I'm a father now, so you grow up and you do different business shit with your money. You know what I'm saying? Instead of blowing it to maximize your opportunities.
Right.